Hello viewers, I am Ranjan Kumar Bora, Associate Professor, Department of Zoology, North Lakshmipur College Autonomous. Let us discuss on the topic biodiversity and its significance in Northeast India. As a part of an initiative by the Zoological Society of Assam to help the students during this coronavirus pandemic. The learning outcomes of the topic biodiversity and its significance in Northeast India. First of all, I am going to discuss on definition of biodiversity, then levels of biodiversity, and on the concept of biodiversity hotspots. Then I am going to highlight on the biodiversity significance of northeastern India and the threats to the biodiversity of the Northeast India. First of all, let us look into the definition of the term biodiversity. Biodiversity or biological diversity refers to the variety of plant and animal species found in a definite area in a particular time. Here, along with the variety of plant and animals, we must consider two very important criteria, that is time and space. These criteria are important because the population structure of different organisms entirely depend on it. More specifically, it is the totality of genes, species, and ecosystems of a region. The Convention on Biological Diversity defines biodiversity as the variability among living organisms from all sources, including inter alia, terrestrial, marine, and other aquatic ecosystems, and the ecological complexes of which they are part. This includes diversity within species, between species, and of ecosystems. Now let us look into the history of the biodiversity. The term biological diversity was first used by wildlife scientist and conservationist Raymond F. Dasman in the year 1968 in his book A Different Kind of Country. But later on, the term was widely adopted only after more than a decade when, in the 1980s, it came into common uses in science and environmental policies. Levels of biodiversity. There are three levels of biodiversity, namely ecosystem diversity, species diversity, and genetic diversity. Now let us deal it one by one. Number one, ecological diversity. As I told you earlier, it is related to variety of habitats, biotic communities, and ecological processes. For example, here there are three photographs of three different ecosystems, namely aquatic, tree forest, and grassland ecosystems. In all three ecosystems, the habitat types, biotic community, and the ecological processes are different. In aquatic ecosystem, we get the aquatic organisms like fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, etc., and also the aquatic plants which form a definite habitat, community, and ecological processes. In tree forest ecosystem, the vegetation and animal community is different. Here we get mainly the arboreal animals and some of the terrestrial animals forming the community. And lastly, in grassland ecosystem, mainly grasses and less number of trees are found. Here the grazing animals and the carnivores form the community. Number two is the species diversity. It is the variety of living organisms on the earth which is variously estimated to be between 5 to 50 million, and only 1.4 million have been described. Yet, in these pictures, you may see different species of different classes or phylums which forming the species diversity of a region. Now, genetic diversity. It is the sum total of genetic information that is contained in genes of the different individuals of the same species. Different individuals of the same species stores a large number of genetic information in different arrangements. For example, in Mycoplasma, there are 400 to 700 genes, and in human, it is 35,000 to 45,000 genes are present. Here, in this photograph, you can see different colors of carrots, which are nothing but the result of different arrangement of genes in the same species. The phenomenon is also observed in different races of Homo sapiens. This differentiation is the result of habitat variation or environmental variation, which is easily may be seen in fishes. Now let us come to the biodiversity of northeastern region of India. The northeastern region, covering an area of 2,62,379 square kilometer and comprises of 8 states, namely Assam, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Manipur, Tripura, Mizoram, and Sikkim. Physiographically, they are categorized as Eastern Himalaya. Before going to talk about the biodiversity of northeastern region, let us look into what a biodiversity hotspot is. To qualify as a biodiversity hotspot, the region must meet two strict criteria. Number one, it must contain at least 1500 species of vascular plants, which is equivalent to 0.5% of world's total as endemics. Secondly, it has to have at least 30% of its original habitat. Worldwide, there are currently 36 recognized biodiversity hotspots. In India, there are 4 biodiversity hotspots, namely the Himalayas, the Western Ghats, the Indo-Burma region, and the Sundaland. Now, let us discuss about the biodiversity significance of the northeastern India. The northeast India falls under Himalayan hotspot region. This region is important because the northeastern region falls in between the eastern Himalaya and Indo-Burma biodiversity hotspot region. As the two hotspots meet in this region, as a result, the diversity of plants as well as animal species are higher in this region, and therefore the ecosystem diversity, habitat diversity, and community diversity is higher in this region. Wide range of floral diversity makes this region more richer than the other regions. According to Sempion and Seth, 51 forest types are found in this region, which is the result of high floral diversity. High biological diversity is often related to the forest cover of a region. According to the Survey of India Annual Report 2019, the Northeast states have 65.5% of their geographical area under forest cover. These forests harbor 8,000 out of 15,000 species of flowering plants. These include 40 out of 54 species of gymnosperm, 500 out of 1012 species of pteridophytes, 825 out of 1145 species of orchids, 80 out of 90 species of rhododendrons, 60 out of 110 species of bamboo, 25 out of 56 species of canes. If we look into the state-wise species richness in flowering plants, the highest score is achieved by Arunachal Pradesh of about 5,000 species, and Tripura got the last position with about 1,600 species of flowering plants. According to Indian Red Data Book published by Botanical Survey of India, 10% of flowering plants in India are endangered. Out of 1,500 endangered species, 800 are reported from northeastern region. Faunal diversity. As because of high floral diversity, this region is the abode of very high diversity of fauna. If we look into the data, this region harbors a highest bird diversity in the Orient region with about 1,170 bird species. The only ape found in India, found in this region only, that is the Holuk gibbon. This region harbors 74 species of endemic mammals. There are 59 numbers of global endemic bird and important bird areas in this region. Endemic fauna of this region. Here, I want to show you the number of vertebrate species found in this region and how much of them are endemic. Total number of avian species found here is 1,170, out of which 140 are endemic. A total of 329 species of mammals found here, out of which 74 are endemic. Reptiles total 484, endemic 201, amphibians 202, and endemic 114. So, total number of vertebrate species excluding fishes are 2185, and out of which endemic species is 528. Here you can see free endemic and most critically endangered species of bird of this region is Bengal florican, greater pied hornbill, and white-winged wood duck. So other important features of this region is that approximately 225 tribes are here out of 450 found in the country. It is significant because the tribal people are often called as biodiversity people. In the ancient times, or even now, a fraction of them, they entirely depends on the forest for their livelihood, medicine, etc. It comes under one of the global ecoregion out of 200 in the world as defined by WWF. It also comes under protected area network. More specifically, it is one of the most important biodiversity hotspot out of 36 in the world. Now, let us discuss on the threats to biological diversity of northeastern India. Now, threats to the biodiversity in this region. Please look into the photographs. These are the forest products which are of utmost need in the rural areas of Northeast. In the first one, these are bamboo shoots collected for food. The second one is collection of firewood to be used as fuel. Third one is cane for making furniture, and lastly thatch for roof making purposes. But due to population explosion in this region, these forest products are overexploited and poses threats to the biodiversity of this region. Now let us see the causes one by one. Number one, deforestation and degradation of forest area. Deforestation nowadays is a serious problem which leads to the degradation of forest ecosystems as well as biodiversity. It happens for the following human activity. Number one, agriculture. Demand of forest land for agricultural practices is one of the most fatal cause for the degradation of biodiversity in northeast region. Zoom cultivation and clearing of forests for the tea gardens poses serious concern. Next, encroachment. Encroachment of the forest land for agriculture and human habitation also a serious problem. One of the most serious causes of forest degradation is the grazing of domestic cattle inside the forest areas. Generally, the cattle graze in a small area. As a result, the area turned into a grazing field by replacing the forest community into open grassland. Moreover, illegal extraction of forest products like timber, firewood, food products, orchids, and minerals poses serious concern for the forest ecosystem. Commercial plantation. Usually, the Department of Forest plants a single species of timber yielding plants inside the forest area. This man-made forest is no way compared to mature growth forest, either in terms of stability or in terms of species diversity they contain. Replacement of indigenous species by the exotics also a serious concern. There is no coordination among the government agencies during the infrastructure development in forest areas, like construction of dams, roads, construction of high voltage electric lines, extension of oil pipelines, establishment of refineries, etc. Next, forest fire. Though it is not very common in this region, but it is of serious concern in the high altitude forests of Meghalaya. Now, let us see the status of degradation of forest covers in Assam over 10-year period. The total geographical area of Assam is 78,438 square kilometers. The forest cover in the year 2003 was 27,826, and in the year 2013 it shrinks to 27,671 square kilometers. The percentage of forest cover in the state during the year 2013 is 35.28%. One of the most important threats to the biodiversity in this region is the human-wildlife conflict. Man-elephant conflict is now becoming a common phenomenon in Assam and in the northeastern region due to ever-shrinking forests and grasslands. According to the Assam Forest Department source, during the year from 2016 to 2019, around 1,169 man-elephant conflict incidents were reported in Assam. During this period, 263 incidents in the year 2016, 398 in 2017, 293 in 2018, and 215 in the year 2019. A total of 359 people died due to man-elephant conflict in the state, out of which 91 people had died in the year 2016, 83 died in 2017, 98 in 2018, and 87 died in 2019. In the last 6 years, there have been 54 cases of human leopard conflict in Guwahati, which lead to 1 human and 4 leopard deaths. From 2012 to 2016, 36 leopards have been killed in the state. Poaching is one of the major threats to the biodiversity of northeastern region. Heavy demand of meat of the wild animals by the local people pose threat to the animals. Again, poaching for various body parts of the wild species like the scent gland or kasturi of the musk deer, skin, bone, teeth, and nail of tigers, gallbladder of black bear, and the horn of rhinoceros is very common here, which leads to the declining in the population structure of the wild species. In Kaziranga, a total number of 123 rhinos were killed from 2006 to 2015. According to National Tiger Conservation Authority of India's report 2018, a total of 30 numbers of Royal Bengal tiger were killed from 2012 to 2018 in Assam.
So, stating these points, now I do conclude my lecture. Have a good day.